laptops are having some issues.
Okay, welcome.
Okay, hello.
Sorry it took so long, guys, and that bitrate will increase as the stream stabilizes. So we're on Kickstarter Live, we're on Facebook and Twitter. Sorry the delay again, we had a slight problem. The computer decided.
Our computer crashed like a minute before we were starting.
Literally.
Still, Kickstarter's having some issues here.
It'll clean itself up. In fact, it will when I do this.
Can you scooch over so I can get on Facebook?
Oh yeah, get yourself on Facebook.
A little more on Facebook.
No,
there I am.
I'm here. And do that. Okay, we should be up fine now. That'll calm down more. All right, so welcome to our Open House live stream, number 4, and our track towards the relaunch for BaRPiG, the adventure party game. Other side. I keep getting mixed up as well because we stuck it on this side to have a trolley, so the tape's there. We got a couple of things to talk about.
Yeah.
Actually, you wanna?
So getting off the bat, last time we had this live chat, we talked a lot about what we were doing in terms of our visual design. For us, this meant that last week we were sort of surfing Reddit and Board Game Geek, trying to find various visual designers, seeing who's out there. I think we're very, very close to making a choice at this stage.
Yeah.
And I don't think I can say too much yet because we're still waiting for the results on some of our designers.
Yeah.
But what we found is that in sort of searching the internet, we did find a lot of people who were willing to do this, but experiences were varying. We had a lot of graphic designers, a lot of visual artists out there.
A lot of really good art as well.
But very, very few game designers, and that's something that we really, really want to focus on.
And also, we can notice the quality of the work they had versus the experience they had. There was a lot to be said about that. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we have the visual element. Now it's about transferring it to a game. So that's definitely something we're looking into. But we've sort of came to discovering what artists we were probably going to end up considering very shortly after King's Day, which is tomorrow.
By the way, Netherlands, happy King's Night, Koningsnacht. It's the King's birthday tomorrow. And
cheers to King.
Cheers to the King.
Long may he live.
It's his birthday, and the whole country just dresses in orange, and we celebrate and party all night. So,
yeah. So regarding our feedback, I'm just reading off the paper here, so that's why I'm looking down.
From you guys as well. The feedback.
So the feedback we got, we're about half of you said, sort of pace the visual design, make it part of your stretch goals, work it into the pricing scheme, so that if things don't go as planned, we haven't put all of our money up front. Yeah. The other half kind of said, go all in, give us the upgrade, give us that visual product that's really going to help solidify the game that we have. But when we took both these feedbacks, we decided it was a matter of just having better art, and that's what we want to provide. That's why we're getting a visual designer. That's why we're looking into game design. We just want that visual pop that's really going to not just bring you guys back onto Kickstarter, but hopefully some people out there as well who are just sort of, it looks like fun, but the art isn't great.
Yeah.
So that's what we decided, is that we are going to go all out on a large scale investment for our visual design. We talked about it as well, about dividing the cost and stuff for this, and we believe in it. We believe in BaRPiG enough to both want to do this. It means we're going to also probably produce 2,000 units to get the funding right, and so be it. We're doing it. And that's what it's going to come down to. This is something that we need to put our investment in, because it's something that we believe, and if we believe in it, then the money, it still matters. It's still quite a bit, but we're putting it into something we believe, and we hope that our belief in our product will show when the final product comes along.
Yeah. So that's that one side as well. The other side of the visual elements, which is coming now back to haunt us, it's going to be a bit of a steep learning curve again for us as we work with our upcoming artists, is the changes to the visual art and the concept, and really getting our brand identity down. Like, what is BaRPiG? And that's another element which definitely ties into this. I think that's one of the biggest things we actually need to also get clear for ourselves. We know the game intimately, we created it, but we have the story for it, and people can explain it. But how can the game explain that?
Well, how can the game sit without the backers of its very charismatic, bearded, handsome
bold,
intelligent, bald, manic, crazy, fun. You know, us's, yeah, developers, spokespersons even.
So that's a big part of having a good visual design and someone who knows how to do this, someone who knows what you need to focus on. So it's very exciting. It's going to be very confronting again, but it's good. Those have been the best times actually in the development of things. Even like remembering back when we had to playtest rules and and someone tells you you're spelling one of the cards is wrong.
Well, yeah. Well, every day we're maturing as developers, and the thing is, and this will sort of segue into our next topic. The more and more we sort of meet people who are in the field, who are not only doing this as a hobby but also professionally, who studied or they have some kind of major background in game design. We recognize we're not those people. Yeah. And so for us, learning has to come kind of more frontal assaults than I think what most people are generally used to.
Yeah, experience.
But that's what makes it rewarding. I mean, for us, it's a hobby. It's a hobby project. It's a passion project. It's something we believe in, and we're not afraid to say that in everything we do. Even when we do reach ultimate maturity and we have that really polished Kickstarter game, we'll still be learning. Yeah, we'll always be learning.
I think exactly. When it comes to publication and stuff, we'll look back and go, why do we even do that?
Well, we do that a lot already.
And that's actually fun because it's the same response we got back from other game developers we met very recently. Yesterday we were in Breda. Some of you guys, it's over there. Hang on. Oh, there you go. We were in Breda to meet these two guys that we got in contact with through a owner of a game shop in Amsterdam, Friends and Foes, owner Stefan. Told us about these guys, made a really good game, won a Kickstarter, and they relaunched even. They actually decided not to let the first campaign finish. Well, they finished it anyway. They didn't make their goal, so they went back to drawing board and relaunched. So we got in touch with them via email a few weeks back, and they're really friendly guys. And we said, we should meet up for beer sometime. And they said, yeah, you're welcome down in Breda where we live. So yesterday was the night we went down to Breda and caught up with them, had a few beers, and had a chat and asked them the questions. How did the relaunch go? Why relaunch? What did you do for the relaunch? Or was one thing you noticed? And with regards to learning by doing as you do it, it was funny because they even said after the Kickstarter edition, they've done several changes to the game, that the game you buy in the stores will still be somewhat different from the Kickstarter game, because as it comes out, as these 500, 1,000, 1,500 people give you feedback to your game, you learn more about how it could be improved, and you do that. So these are the guys from Gang Up.
Gang Up.
Oh, the glare. It's super sunny out there. There you go.
There you go. You can sort of see it better now.
Yeah.
Facebook can have a look.
It's a competitive game between 3 to 5 players, so it's a bit of a party game as well.
This was their gift to us, by the way. We got this for free.
It was very sweet of them. Robin and Paul, shout out to them as well. Really, really nice guys. And it was fun because one of the things did, of course, is we brought BaRPiG with us. We had a game of BaRPiG. And it was a fun moment. We once again played a game with other game developers, and they always want to test, the limits of your game a bit. And they really gave us a couple of really hard questions, and they really put, basically put BaRPiG up to the test. They gave a lot. Well, they didn't hold their punches in at all, and they gave great feedback. And the best thing I think was every time they had a question or they had a concern or something, we give a valid answer as to why something is like that or why that happens. And in the end, the game just held up, and we're both sitting like, whew.
Well, that's one thing I'm really grateful for the process, actually, is they didn't hold back punches when they gave us criticism. They were really, really, they put us on the spot. They put us in the hot seat, and thankfully so, because sitting there and being able to defend certain mechanics of our games really just kind of gave us the feeling that we are faithful and we understand every mechanic of the game. Yeah. That one thing I learned from being a writer is you have to learn how to kill your darlings at every opportunity.
Catchphrase right now for us, isn't it?
Yeah, no, there is. It is. I'm gonna get that tattooed on my forehead eventually.
Kill your darlings.
Yeah, it's that's one thing that's really, really, I think one thing we learned, and the fact is, like, to a certain extent, there's not really much more darlings that we can kill at this point.
Yeah,
that it is incredibly refined.
Yeah. So that was also good to see, and even like very, very conceptual questions like using the item cards in a different way and stuff. And we'd think about it and look at it, and then realized the reasons we didn't do that from the start. That's also kind of fun. It was, in some ways, I also found it was like a bit of a trip down memory line for me as well.
It was, yeah.
Looking at the reasons why we did these things these ways and stuff. So, and then some questions we said, well, it's always been like that, but there's a reason why, because that still works. So it was good. It was really nice of them. Had a really, really good fun chat. We also asked them, of course, about their Kickstarter and the advice they gave on what makes a good Kickstarter campaign from their perspective. And I actually asked, I asked Paul first of all, and Robin afterwards, what to you was the one thing that really made the difference? And both said the same answer. They said it was the momentum we garnered with our relaunch, the number of people that actually went up, and either we were halfway funded by the first day, fully funded after 2 days. They also lowered their goal. And that gave such a better impression of the campaign. That's what got a lot of people on board, interested in the campaign, and really got the ball rolling for them. So it just screams to us the logic that when we relaunch, we already will lower the goal. And hey. Thanks, Ebony. He wishes us all the luck in our campaign, I think.
Thank you.
Thanks, dude.
It's really interesting to see how many people, once we do this video, how many people actually are responding pretty positively to this feedback. So that's great too. This visual presentation of ourselves.
It's also fun, and we enjoy also responding to you guys. So please feel free to ask questions and comment along as well.
And you can watch my beard grow week by week because I haven't shaved since we started the developers meeting.
That's so true, actually. Yeah, and then I've cut my hair after like the second one. So it's clear to us that the relaunch, we need to get that ball rolling. We need to leave the starting block with a bang. We need everyone on board again. Pledging from again. And we're going to be very thankful for this. We're thinking of ways to also help you guys out with that one. And basically, if we can have most of our funding in within the first hour or so, it'll help out. It'll help the campaign out so much and really get the momentum going. And that'll be brilliant. So we're going to go for gold. So that was a fun evening. Had a lot of really good chat. And it was also nice to get to know them. They're really nice guys, actually. So,
well, this is one thing that we really like to do with this visual blog as well. Is one thing we said last week was that we were going.
Hi, Taliban.
He's our loyal fan. So one of the things that so we were talking about last week was we're going to do a meeting to talk about development with a special guest who couldn't make it. Not anything too wrong with that. It's okay. These things happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to talk about development. I think one thing that we really do like about being game developers is actively going out and seeking people in these communities to seek game designers to hear their story, which is why we have an open door, which is why we are always open to, someone sends us an email, hey, do you guys want to meet up? Or if we discover somebody, we're like, oh, we want to meet up with you. Yeah. Because so far, the community has been really, really great.
It's been very, very, very welcoming and very warm as well. And really could not choose a better industry to get stuck into, really. So I think that's a bit of also another segue into our last topic for the open house today. It was the contact we have from a new event being organized called Pop and Play. It's done by our contact Michiel, which had beers with. He had to run because he's got a last minute arranged meeting right now as well he has to be at, so unfortunately. But he has come up with a really fun idea with his brother and a few other people. Together they have a mobile platform game developing company, a startup, Four Horses Games. And they've come up with an idea in events where they can showcase their game, but also give a platform for other games to also showcase their work. And it's funny because he even said himself, I use the word game very loosely. It could be anything. It can be mobile games, it can be computer games, could be
virtual reality.
Virtual reality was awful. You also mentioned we can't say too much, but something about Oculus Rift, and also board games and card games. So that's why he actually got in touch with us through Friends and Foes again. Our friend Stefan recommended us to him, and we're going to be at his event. It's Pop and Play in an indoor park in Amsterdam called Pop and Park. It's on the Minneweg. On the 27th of May on a Saturday from 12 to 6. So here is the debut announcement. BaRPiG will be there at the event, and we'll be playing games with people and showing off the game.
One of us will be there.
For sure, I will. Yeah, you probably have to work.
I have to. Well, I have to negotiate with work, so
See what you get. Hopefully, I'll have to also talk to our friend Lee if she can be there as well or not. But I will definitely be there. I'm free for that day. Fortunately, my roster just came out.
Probably in a dress, so that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, if you want me to wear the big princess dress, just like put a like down or something, or like comment that. That'd be great.
If you want to see him in a dress, then you go to Pop and Park, which is on May 27th. Free entry.
Yep.
There will be food and drink, and many games to try.
Yep.
So it's May 27th. Pop and play. Just
we can. We can also already confirm that other fellow game developer, a Dutch guy that made Refugio, is going to be there as well. He's also going to be showcasing his game, and we've seen his game as well at Gamekeeper. Actually, Conrad showed us that one. Yeah. So it's a fun day. It's going to be lots of different things in gaming, lots of nerdy stuff in gaming as well. It'd be good. It'd be good to be there and actually shut things off a bit. Yeah. So that's going to come on the calendar on Facebook probably right after this thing. I'll put it up there, and the graphic will come a bit later and so forth. The flyers being developed and so forth.
Yeah, that's all in the development, but I think that's going to be so far one of our bigger events, which should, fingers crossed, be right around when we're starting to redo our campaign.
Yes.
So
because we know a lot of you guys are asking what's happening relaunch day, and yeah, it's coming. We will do this. And we want to do it in May. If push comes to shove, it'll be the beginning of June, end of May. But one thing which we've done very careful in this as well, and I've got to thank you for this one as well. You said it. Let's not rush ourselves. We can't rush ourselves into a underdeveloped game to put back in Kickstarter. I mean, even talk to Gang Up, they actually mentioned that their relaunch was 6 months after the original campaign, and that still worked out. So. Obviously,
the other thing as well is we have to garner the kind of support we'll have built up by then. And like I said, we're still on Reddit, we're still on Board Game Geek, we're still messaging people on Twitter, trying to build up a strong enough push that this time we really do get the kind of momentum we're looking for.
We're gonna make it, yeah. So that's it.
Of course, the game's gonna look amazing. Yeah, it's gonna be an amazing looking game. Tremendously great. Mexico's gonna pay for it. No, you won't, Mexico. I'm just kidding.
Just kidding, Mexico. We love you. So I think the next thing we also need to do is we need to get in touch with our artist.
Yeah, I think really so far in this development meetings we've talked a lot about art. Yeah, that's definitely one of our big major pushes, and I think maybe. We'll have a little more to show for our work and our words next week.
Yeah, hopefully. All right. Speaking of which, we should plug that date down as well, because there was uncertainty about that.
For next week?
Next week. I'm thinking probably Thursday.
Yeah, that's my day off.
That's your day off, and I'm also finishing work on Thursday. 1 second. Work in progress. You can tell we've also been very busy with King's Day coming up.
Yeah, so this is probably why we seem a bit disheveled and maybe kind of on this wires right now. We're planning a barbecue, which is going to be in a couple hours, but that's at our friend's place.
Yeah,
she planned most of it. We just brought friends, and then in the morning I'm going to be poaching 60 eggs because we're doing a barbecue brunch for all of our friends.
I'm going to be grilling sausages and bacon on the barbie, so we're going to have like poached eggs and sausages on the barbie.
And hollandaise. And one more reason to come say hello to me and get on my good side is I make the best hollandaise sauce.
He does. He really does. It's like a benefit of being like, living with this guy over here.
Yeah, right. I'm a good cook, but I'm not a very good cleaner. I think everyone who knows me will attest to that. I can really ruin a kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah, no comment. Thursday, I finish work in the early evening. We could do one at 8:30.
Okay.
That's next week, Thursday, 8:30, guys. That's our next live stream. We should definitely have a lot more to show for the art by then. So it's exciting. Process. We're almost there. Almost there, finally. Thanks for tuning in. It's been fun. I think we're going to sign out.
Yeah.
If there's any last questions, you can ask.
A 10-minute nap, which we definitely need.
Oh, God, 10-minute nap. Fantastic. If there are any questions after the live stream, always feel free to comment on the videos, send us a message on Facebook, tweet us on Twitter, email us, info@barpig.eu. And also, our YouTube channel will have this video loaded up as well. the next newsletter will come out with the bullet points for this probably after the weekend, because we've got a busy weekend coming up. But then we'll have the link for this as well in our blog.
It's like for our Americans out there, it's like 4th of July, but Dutch style.
Oh, it's
so that's
amazing.
what we're focusing on right now.
Seriously, Google Koningsdag. It is,
or King's Day.
Oh, King's Day, or it used to be called Queen's Day, because before our queen abstained from the throne, it was her birthday. The biggest joke ever is it used to be the 30th of May. That was her birthday. No, it was her mother's birthday. I'm sorry. Her birthday was like February or January or something. But she kept the same date because the weather was better. And then her son took over the throne. His birthday is 27th. He's like, oh, that's perfect. It's very close to the date. The running joke in the Netherlands has been since then, every 27th, the weather has been terrible. We're expecting showers, thunderstorm, hail, 7 degrees Celsius tomorrow. On the Sunday, the 30th, sunshine, 17 degrees. Welcome to Holland. Oh. Hey, Mikey, Baba Booey. All right, cool. All right,
getting up on our little pile of Dutch developers over there.
Oh, that's true. That is actually a really cool idea. We could do that. Little Dutch.
Oh, dear Lord has fallen from his throne.
Yeah, fallen from his throne. He's back there.
So there you go. If you want to get on our shelf, give us free stuff.
Hit him with the Hein. I can. He's drinking Hertog Jan there, Mikey. All right, guys. Thanks. And
yeah, we're gonna go put our heads down for the 5 minutes we get before we go to our barbecue. Yay!
So, let's switch you guys off, and we'll tune in later.